What precautions did Mr. Evers implement as he drove around Mississippi to accomplish his work, to get people to register to vote and other things that he did?
There was always camouflage that was used to keep from being detected as he drove around Mississippi and encouraged people to register and vote or be active in some way. Camouflage in the sense of dressing like a sharecropper, of changing cars, vehicles along the way, of never saying to me where he was going to be, but we always talked in code. And we had this network, kind of like an underground kind of thing. I knew the approximate area where he was going to be. I knew who the contact person was. He didn't have to contact me, but the person did. And they would say something that said he was okay or he wasn't. And sometimes just being bold. He was just bold and just out there confronting whatever. We used our car and other cars to get people out of the state of Mississippi into Tennessee, sometimes into Louisiana, by having them, it seems dangerous now and kind of foolish, but in the back of in the trunk of the car. There were just all kinds of things that were done. And Medgar said, you know, I'm really weary of all of these different faces I have to wear. I'm just going to be there. And what happens, happens.
How did you deal with all of this? Certainly you felt the danger that your husband was in, and perhaps you and your family. How were you able to deal with this? Yes. Sometimes
without grace.
Good.
I'm human.
Yes.
I'm very human. I knew what Medgar was about. I agreed with what he was about, but I did not support him all the time. Why? Because I loved him. I didn't want to lose him. I didn't want my children to lose their father. And that was the reason why I said, look, let's move, let's go someplace else, let's go to California, you can do the work there. He said, no, my place is here in Mississippi. We used all kinds of precautions in terms of where we sat at night, not in front of a window, sofa there, of being sure that the lights were on or off, whichever we determined was the right thing to do, of being sure that we got out of the car on the side that faced the house and not the street, which was what he did that night, of talking again by code, of being select with the friends that we had and how far we could trust them, some completely, others not. I think perhaps the most important thing was the fact that we gave each other a sense of place, of knowing that we had each other. It wasn't always like that, because at one particular time I had been after Medgar, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, we don't have a family life, you know, the children don't see you, I miss you, what's what, and he said, I've had enough. I cannot go, this is the quote, I cannot go out there, Myrlie, and fight with white folk, fight with my folk, and come home and fight with you. I have to have a place I can come. And he said to me, either you are with me or you aren't. And I said to him, I'll have to decide. Because I really thought at that point, this isn't going to work. I love him too much. I love him enough to leave him. So I won't have to deal with all of this, and the children won't. Well, of course, it took us about a week to deal with the ramifications of that. And we talked it through and made a deal. And okay, you do a little here and I'll do a little here, and I will not bother you anymore. I am with you. And that was it.